Okay, so the elevator only stays on the second floor for about 15 seconds, no matter which direction it's coming from. It ended up being too complicated and too many timer blocks and sensors and all that stuff to actually make it stay on the second floor and then function properly, since there's only a reverse function for the pistons and not a actual just I want to switch velocity to positive or switch it to negative, which would be nice because it would add a whole lot of other options that you could do. But right now, it's just gonna be like that, and it's not too bad because 15 seconds is plenty of time to get off of the elevator. So I'll call that back down, and this airlock goes into the hangar that I showed you earlier. So I'm not gonna walk in there from here. This is pretty much the second floor. It's nothing. And I decided that I'm just gonna, since I'm making another video, I'm just gonna explain the timer blocks a little bit. I'm not going to go into all the functions that are programmed into each one. I'll make another video of that. I'm just way too tired to comprehend all this stuff right now. Kind of making this late at night, but so I'll explain a little bit to you. So this top one is the third floor circuit, and so what I was explaining earlier, how if it recognizes that it's on the third floor, it won't, when you press the third floor button, it won't move. It'll just stay on the third floor. So pretty much this button will run this first block, which will turn on a sensor that's in the elevator shaft. And if that sensor recognizes that the elevator is on the third floor, it'll run this red block. And this red block, its sole purpose is to stop this third block from starting, because that has the reverse function on it. So let me just show you how that looks, and each one will flash blue whenever it's being activated. So as you can see, this third block didn't actually turn on. So if I were to reverse the elevator and put it up on the first floor, I'll just give it a second. Alright, so we'll run this again, and you can see that it doesn't hit, since it's not on the third floor anymore, it won't hit or activate the red block. And so now the elevator is on its way back down to the third floor. So that's pretty much that. It's exactly the same thing on the first floor. It's just on the first floor. But the second floor was a little more complicated. So I had to figure out I had to make it to where it would figure out what floor the elevator was on. So I made it to where it ends up either on the first or third floor. It's always on one of those two. So what this first block will do is it sets off two sensors, and they activate on the elevator, because the elevator I attached a small ship to, like just pretty much a landing gear, and they're set to detect a small ship. So when it detects what floor it's on, like say it's the third floor, it'll run this program on the top. So actually let me just run that, and you can kind of see how that works. So it's on the third floor right now, and now it's moving up to the second floor, and as soon as it hits the second floor, you see these other two blocks activate. And this last one will keep it, it'll power it on in 15 seconds, I'm sorry. And the same goes with if it was found on the first floor, which I'll actually let it run up to the first floor, and then we'll run this next program. Okay, so it should be up there by now. We'll run this, and you can see that okay, let's see. And as you can see, it ran the program on the bottom. So that's pretty much that in a nutshell. And I will make a video, if you guys want me to actually go through setting it up. It's quite a few little things to keep in mind. And it'll probably end up being a pretty long video. So yeah, that's the brains of the elevator. And I guess that's it. That's the end of my tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know if y'all want that other video of actually making the whole system work.